Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. We have another VOD review today. We have a Plat Invis. They said, I feel like I did good this round, but we still lost, and I'm really not sure what more I could do. I don't want to say it's my teammates' fault, because they didn't really do that bad. I just need some tips. Alright, so let's go see. We're just starting one team up there. Okay, good. Alright. So we've done a lot of Invis reviews, so let's see what else we can learn for this character. First of all, who's on your team? For your team, your tanks, you have Emma, Penny, very strong front line, a lot of safety nets, good place to stay, right? Next up, we have, for our DPS, we have Psylocke and Witch, so not a lot of damage output, but Psylocke can definitely give some peel, and both Scarlet Witch and Psylocke can help peel, and they can also disappear completely and leave us alone. So something to keep in mind before we start. And then you're playing Invis and you have a Gambit, two of the best supports right now. I would be thinking Gambit's probably going to ult early to help everybody get their ults and engage. So I'm going to hold my ult as Invis a little bit back, right? So I'm already thinking of stuff like that. And let's get started.
The enemy has arrived. Order must be restored.
Okay, we see a Moon Knight Onk. So how are we gonna deal with that? Whoa! We put our shield away. Yo! We pulled. Let's go. We throw it on our shift. What was this? Uh-oh. Oh, we use our shield to heal ourselves? I'd be careful here with your jump. I feel like we definitely have the muscle memory to panic. We see BP, we panic, and we jump. I think that's good, but we also have to keep in mind where we are. Because look what happens, look where you go, right? You go this way. Like, no, this is bad. We don't want to go over here. This is bad. So if you're gonna jump, keep in mind, like, I'm gonna go up here and then be safe. So yeah, you sandwiched yourself there. Not bad so far though. I mean, we have good reactions. We use our shield to heal ourselves when we're done. Okay, shield away. Good. Okay, little bit of accuracy. Although that's actually, can Invis reach that? I'd be shocked if she couldn't. Also, this is replay viewer being bugged, right? I actually don't know if you can heal Invis in her fade. I don't think you can, but I could be wrong about that. That's actually a really good... You can heal in her fade? Okay, good to know. That was a really good Moon Knight ult, by the way. Yeah, that was like a near perfect Moon Knight ult. So what could we have done better? First of all, like, your Emma's way out there, right? Yeah, there's really not much you could do. This is ranked again, so. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. No. We were playing so good. I was just about to say, all right, so we're down our Emma, they're down our Luna, their Luna. Now we're down our Witch, right? So we're down one, they have the closer spawn, right? So now I'm thinking like, all right, we need to give space, and like you're not the tank here, so you can't do it, right? You can't be the one to do, but actually you can. So if you just back up to here and let this Penny start taking damage, they're going to realize, hey, I'm not getting healed. And they're either going to die because they're bad, in which case you just regroup them over here, or they're going to be like, oh, I'm not getting healed, let me fall back to my supports, which most people would do, especially because now you're in Plat, right? So as an Invis, I'm like, okay, let's just give space and regroup, get our Emma back, because we're just going to get blown up. We're too close to spawn here. Instead, we dive in with an ult and we try to hold a 4v5, which is very soon going to turn into a 4v6 before it hits a thing. Oh, and then we push. No, 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 no. We don't push. This is an excellent opportunity to pull. Check out this cloak. Watch her perspective, right? All right, she's healing. Now her mag disappears. She can't heal, right? She can't heal anybody who's in there, right? So we just gotta pull people into the Invis ult if we're gonna use it like this to maximize the chance of like getting a kill with it. And like full on disruptions, things like that. I'm never getting out of Plat. Not with that attitude. You could do it, I believe. So, and then we had a question about why was this Moon Knight ult so good? This Moon Knight ult was so good because A, it was fast, right? Let's see. When he gets his ult, and Moon Knight, one of the best things about his ult is it's really quick to use. So we have no Gambit ult, we have no Invis ult, so it's not counterable, right? So we have to use other things by positioning, and then look at what area it covers. Like, what is a tank supposed to do here? They either have to take the extra damage, go through the whole ult, and probably die, or they go over here, which is what our Emma does, and then die anyway, right? So like the timing and the position, it's a fantastic Moon Knight ult. Perfect zoning ult. Cloak is definitely affected by the loss. That's true. That's true. But yeah, you definitely want to pull people into the Invis ult. The problem with this ult is like we're not going to win this fight. If anything, we're just going to delay it, and then we're going to lose the next fight, right? Because now we don't have it for, you know, BP ult for the next Moon Knight ult, which will come quick. I like this push though. Jump, jump. Oh yeah. So here, there's another bad habit we're picking up on is like the panic jumps. Now that we're there, now that we know that we have the muscle memory to jump at the right time, we really got to be thinking, where am I jumping of? That's like the next step, right? So at first we're like, I need a panic jump. Now we're thinking, I need a panic jump to safety. Okay? So over here, not safe, right? Over here, safe. So we need to be thinking about where we panic jump to. Yeah. We just like default. There's a lovely DPS Jeff. Yeah, the game has changed so much. Okay, pull. Good pull. I don't mind it. Okay, shield away. Uh-oh. See, now they're winning. Now they're winning. We lost the support ultimate trade. Bro, why did... If this cloak had a brain on the enemy team, she would have ulted, and you guys would have lost this fight. 100%. Even still, you guys probably losing this fight. We're giving ourselves, the enemy team, an opportunity to win. Also, you guys wouldn't want to see my season 0. Nice. By the way, I think my understanding of ult dynamics has already improved. Base, yo, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Dude, it's the #1 thing. Like, if your aim is bad, that you can get over it. If your cooldown usage is bad, you can kind of overcompensate. But the two things, #1 is like ult, like support ult timing, and then support positioning. Those two things can carry you so far. It's insane.
Tremble before fast.
Uh-oh. Alright, so this fight broke down quite a long time ago. So we're gonna have to go back to understand it, right?
The moon haunts you.
I would prefer a pull here, but that's okay. Alright, our Emma's ulting. Let's go enable. Okay, they have a Luna ult going on.
Tremble before power.
BP is off. What is your Gambit doing? Okay, that's alright. That happens. You can't control your Gambit. I like this push. You're giving your Emma some space. I don't like this ult. I feel like we ult just to like keep momentum in the fight. And we miss somebody. Right? I think if we need to think about our ult differently, right? Hey, glad I found a stream like this. Got into the game's first year shootout, mostly comp, GM and Smite. Oh, based. So we got to think about support ults as a way to like either address very large threats if they have them on the enemy team. So like if they have a Punisher on the enemy team, Invis becomes like the perfect character to like completely negate his whole ultimate, right? So addressing big threats, Punisher ult, Star-Lord ult, sometimes Emma ult in the right situation, things like that. The second way to use it is to counterbalance enemy support ults and kind of turn it into a sustain fest. Now, if you're going to do that, Invis is one of the worst at that because her ult A doesn't move and B only lasts 8 seconds, where most of the other support ults last 10, cloaks last like 13 seconds. So we're already at a disadvantage. It's possible to do that, but you have to keep that time difference in mind. And then the third way is as like a reverse like momentum shift, right? Which is I think what we're trying to go for here. Like they have, you know, they have space, our Penny's out in the open, we're kind of low. I don't think this works here in this scenario. I think it would have been better to like save your ult. If anything, you could also use it to like enable your Punisher. Because the reverse is also true where like Punisher's ult is insanely good. It can mow down an entire enemy team. But he's also pretty fragile when it goes off. He has CC immunity, but he's slow. He doesn't have much health. And he's a giant target, right? So if we use that to keep our team alive, that helps a ton. But, I mean, it's tough. So now we've already used our ult. They have a 5-second advantage on the cloak ult. Minimum, it's probably closer to like 8. So they're going to have 8 seconds where we don't have it, right? Okay, so now we're in a different situation. We don't have ults. Our Gambit's dead. 2 of our people are dead. Now it's time to get out. Just get out. Because any time that you spend enabling this Emma is time that she's going to live instead of regrouping. Now we die a couple seconds later, and now we stagger. So whenever we're like lower elo, there's a common misconception. I'm sorry for everybody who's in chat who's heard this a million times. But staggers don't actually... They do happen when people just walk in by themselves. But the more common way is people extending a fight when it's already over. When we fight 3v6 because the first 2 people already died and we keep fighting instead of just giving the space and getting out. So I want you to think of it that way, and that's where the stagger starts. Oh, go across. I literally just go on comms, tell people I'm not healing anymore, so they just stop pushing. Right, yeah. Careful here, we gotta get to the other side. Oh, jump to the other side. Good. Shield, let's bring our shield back. Good. We have some good instincts. We're up 1 right here. Pull. Oh, that would have been a great pull. If you pull here, BP dies. Okay, watch from this BP's perspective. If you pull right here, he dies earlier. So we want to be looking on opportunities to pull. 9 times out of 10, when you're playing Invisible Women, you're going to pull instead of push. If you push, you could probably save them. Okay, we get really lucky there. Okay, shield's done. Let's pull our shield back. Good. That's not on you. Again, pull. You see a bridge boost? Of course. Pull. Oh, you pulling me, guys. Don't worry about Punisher. He walked into the room on his own. No, 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 no. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Stay to the left, close to the wall. Good. Yes. Now we got to be careful. Ours lasts 8 seconds. His lasts 10. Okay, he's got a skin on, so it looks a little different. Oh, his last 8. Okay, so we're fine. We're good. This is a much better ult. So good.
No worries. I've got your back. A little help, please.
I love it. Pull, pull. Good. Oh, this is a bad Gambit ult. Okay, so guys, we're playing ranked. We're solo queuing, and our Gambit does this ult after we ult, right? We can't take the controller from him, right? So we gotta think like, oh, my Gambit is going to waste ults, for sure. So I need to be like even more conservative with my ult. I want to ult on Starlord is pretty cool. Enemy team literally can't help him because of area denial.
Clearly you needed some.
I think Starlord would probably just kill him. I think that's more like low elo shenanigans. Okay, pull the shield back so we have shield health. Good. Don't enable your team out here. Don't enable your team. Now we can help him. Okay, no. Scoot to the side, please. Your shield's a valuable resource. Now we don't have it. This is why we don't enable our team up here. Because now they think they're invincible. Back out and let them stop getting healing until they get to a good position. Because now, yeah, this is exactly what happens. So back here, I said, don't enable your team, right? When you see your Gambit way out here, just stay here. If he dies, he dies. He has to learn. Because if you enable this behavior, he will do it again and again and again. And both the Gambit and the Strange are out there. Just back out and say, guys, if you want healing, you come back to me. And then how do you know, right? Because now we know, we've seen in this specific situation, like this is the line, this door right here. But how do you know? And that's really tough. It's very maps dependent and other things like that. But the more you play, the more you realize, especially if you go out and you play tank, you realize like, okay, there are some lines that I just can't cross. And as a support player, if you know where those lines are, you can basically like force your tank to respect that boundary by only healing them when they're on the correct side of the boundary. But instead, we enable our team here. They feel like they're invincible, which they're not. They're stuck in a bad spot, and they're going crazy. Strange uses all of his stuff and gets demolished. Like, that's how it goes. Now we put ourselves in a bad spot. Oh, heal him. Go focus on Punisher, please. Focus on Punisher. Good, good. So a high level tip: if you're playing Invis and you have a Punisher ulting and the enemy team also has a mag, we gotta understand the dynamic there of like mag is saving his ult for Punisher ult and will try to kill him every single time. So if you know your Punisher has ult, let's maybe try to be a little more conservative with the shield and then use it specifically to block Punisher from mag ult. Oh, pull. Look at that. Remember what we were talking about earlier, the timing difference? Cloak started her ult first. It covered a larger area. Right? Okay, it's not showing here for some reason. Thank you, replay viewer. Okay, here it is. So we have Cloak ult covering this whole area, the whole thing. And we have Invis only here. So Invis is smaller. And then, to make matters worse, yours is over. Theirs is still going for a couple of seconds. And you may think like, oh, a couple of seconds, like that's not a big deal. It is. It's enough for your Scarlet Witch to die. That's all it takes. So if we're going to go ult for ult, we have to know the timings. So for Cloak, it's 13 seconds from when she starts. For Invis, it's 8 seconds from when she starts. So if you hear Cloak, you count to 5, then you can do it. And you want to push it that far. Now, obviously, if it gets forced out, if somebody's going to die, if there's another ult, like that's a different situation. But if we're just going ult for ult momentum, we have to know the timings.
Now, a disappearing act.
Pull. Right now, pull. No, you saved him. Oh, you saved him. Oh, that's so sad. He's dead 100% here if you pull him. So when you're getting dove, you can either be preemptive and push them away before the dive starts, or you can wait a second and then when they're trying to get out, you pull them back in and kill them. Those are the two options. I would prefer if you pull them back in and kill them than pushing before the dive starts. Because if you push people before the dive starts, a good diver is going to bait that out and then you won't have it for 8 seconds or whatever. And then you're free. Yeah, 8 seconds. So. Okay, there's a Gambit ult. Go crazy. Go get a kill. Go get a lot of ult charge. Pull. Pull. Push. Get ready with push. Push. There we go. Good. Not bad. Okay, we're staying in spawn. Good. Careful here. I want you to the side and I want you closer. Moon Knight. Good. Not bad. I don't like your positioning though.
What a difference. A little help, please.
I would prefer if you just stand over here and stay here where you are, right? And then we kind of scoot out and then we rotate back to here. Because then we're not in danger of this BP and we're not in danger of the entire enemy team. So I'd prefer if you over here. Good reactions though. But yeah, bad positioning.
Feeling fantastic.
Alright, so something that I notice right now, if I'm playing Invis right now, I'm like, okay, I'm not healing and my tank's health is going down and not coming back up, so Gambit's off doing something else. I don't know what if it is, I don't know if it's good or bad, but that's information that I need. I cannot turn around now, or else the tanks die. Okay, now I see Gambit's healing again. Now I know he's back. Oh, aim. Okay. Pull. Oh, we missed somebody.
I was fine, but thank you. Clearly you needed some help.
A lot of bridge boosts. People be loving their bridge boost, man. I hear footsteps. Where am I gonna jump to if I need to? Oh, you guys have so much momentum. You have so much momentum. Please. Okay, don't ult here. I know you want it. Do not ult here. Oh, no. Oh, these pushes are killing me. This fight's over if you pull both of those times. Gambit's 10 seconds. If you want to do it, which I wouldn't recommend, at least count to 2. Oh. We double support ult. Do we have a plan for Mag? Okay. Kind of just get lucky. They double support ult too, but they have 3, so it works out. You guys probably lose. Yeah. We gotta communicate with our other supports. I mean, double support ults happen, and it's like the #1 way to lose a game. It happens so fast. The second thing is just like positioning. If you have a cloak ult here, I want you on high ground. You can jump up here to get out of the cloak ult and still support your team, but you need to be out of the way. Now, why aren't you going back over here? Because now you can't heal, and you're gonna fight a 1v1 in the cloak, right? So go over here. At least there's no custom chats you can send that. Make one that says I ult first. Yeah, do that. That's a really good idea. But yeah, you have to find where the cloak ult is and like get out of it. Over here, up top, something like that. But this fight was lost just by support ult usage.
They look like they mean business.
Get out.
A disappearing.
In big team fights and brawls, where should you be positioned as a support? It depends on your support comp. As always, you know, it's nuanced. It depends. But the general rule of thumb is like you have to find safety. Most of the time, safety is going to be using your tanks as a wall in between yourself and their team, right? So you have your team, their team, tank right here, right? That's gonna, in general, be your safety. But sometimes, like in a big team fight, it all gets mishmashed, right? So we have to like work hard to find where safety is. And a lot of that, honestly, you can get by like thinking outside of the box and knowing the map. So like earlier we saw, oh, there's actually high ground we can jump up to. That works for some characters. It doesn't work for other characters, right? Like Mantis can't get up there, but Invis can. The next thing is you definitely don't want to like default to always going to one thing. So a lot of the times like supports, they'll just default to running away, which is exactly what divers want. We talk about this a lot. So don't just default to running away, but actually like be conscious. And then again, it depends on like what character is diving you or is attacking you. So line of sight's a big thing. Okay, so we talked about this. Let's not panic and push. Let's wait a second. But BP is also a really low time to kill character. But yeah. BP is tough. But yeah, the #1 thing that should be going through your head in a team fight as a support is like, where is it safe? Where is it safe? Right? And then like the next thing is like, where is it safe and I can help my team? Because if you die, you're not healing anymore. But if you're out of the fight, you're also not healing. So we have to have both. Focus Punisher, please. There you go. Punisher, okay. Get ready to pull. Jump, jump. Yeah. I think Moon Knight ult, you just can't counter it with Invis ult. The better way, because like, let's just look for a second at like what this Moon Knight ult is doing, right? Come over here. Okay, so let's see. We have two people like directly in the middle, right? Punisher probably dies because he goes the wrong way. I feel like if you stay over here, you use your shield, you can probably keep Strange alive. Also, one cool thing about Invis is she's one of the few supports that can actually support ult somewhere else, right? Invis can't get up there? Wow, that's crazy. That's awful. She needs the buff, or I'm really bad at her jump. You're probably just right. But Invis can actually, like, you can put the support ult up here and then jump to it or jump to the side and be invisible, right? So, good lord, that's so good to know. Yeah. Again, we just have another great, like, support ult, or Moon Knight ult. That happens. How are they doing lining up the Pierces? Not bad, not bad. I've noticed I can easily deal with divers if my supports help with their CC abilities as Hawkeye. Absolutely, yeah. Like, DPSs are great at peeling in this game. They're much better than tanks, honestly. Unless you have, like, Thing. But because tanks are often overloaded with their responsibilities. So, like, if you have an Emma, everybody's like, oh, man, Emma, like, is so good at peeling because of Diamond Form, right? It's like, well, that's kind of true until you realize, like, what she's giving up in order to do so. But, like, DPSs, you're not giving up as much that the enemy team can, like, immediately punish, which is really good.
Much better. Apparently you needed some help.
Okay, now this is pretty bad positioning, right? Alright, see you later, Jake. Thanks for stopping by. I'd much prefer if you were over here. You can still line up. Now, you did get forced out because of this, but now that it's gone, there. Or you can keep going over to here, but you're like maximum distance from every piece of cover here. We got to be better about like doing this, because even here you can still get a lot done. Back here you have cover, you can get to everybody and you can still hide. This one's not as good. Maybe here, get a health pack. Like, we can't be out in the open.
No worries. Feeling fantastic. The final 10 seconds. Thought you wouldn't see me again.
Oh, I hear footsteps.
Prepare.
Gotta ignore it now.
Tremble before fast.
Yeah. So when you're playing a support like this and you have a BP, please call for the DPS to help you. Unless you have like an Emma up front or a Mag up front and you have a Thing, right? Then the Thing can do it. Or you have a Mag up front who is very good at frontlining. Then you have the Emma peel, right? Other than that, like, you need to have the DPS helping. And then if they don't, like, just mute them. Don't worry about it. And then play your life, like, stick near cover. And something else that some high-level people say is, like, you go to your teammates, right? And you make your problem their problem. So you have a BP on you, run right next to this Punisher. I mean, not in this specific scenario, because he's, like, way up front. But, like, right here, go stand right next to this Punisher. Because if BP wants to hurt you, he's going to have to hurt the Punisher, and then now your problem is his problem, and it, like, forces him to do it. But yeah, overall, like, that's the end of the game, right? We have... Mr. Fantastic is really good at this, I think. Yeah, he's not bad. He's definitely not bad. A lot of DPS, they actually stop the dives before it happens just by, like, contesting the sidelines and making it to where if BP wants to get a fight, he has to either use cooldowns to avoid you or, like, go through the DPS. But yeah, as far as this Invis, like, a couple positioning things here, like stay closer to walls, don't get out in the open. Ult timing is probably the #1 thing I'd work on. We only want to ult if, like, the proper threat is there. And then if we're going to overlap, we got to know the timings and things like that. So anyway, I hope this helps. Take care. God bless. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.